Gaming is better with friends. Few things are as memorable as the adventures we share with our co-op partners. Whether it's surviving impossible odds, solving intricate puzzles, or just laughing through the chaos, a great co-op campaign creates moments you'll talk about for years. Today, we're diving into some of the best co-op campaigns ever made. These aren't ranked, just celebrated for the incredible experiences they offer. Let's jump right in. First up, we've got a masterpiece that's designed entirely around co-op. It Takes Two. This game takes teamwork to a whole new level, telling the story of Cody and May, a couple turned into tiny dolls and forced to work together to fix their crumbling relationship. What makes this game so special is how it constantly shifts and evolves. Each level introduces fresh mechanics, from battling wasps with a sap gun and matchstick launcher to manipulating time and space in a surreal clock tower. What's genius here is how the game gives both players a moment to shine. Cody and May's abilities are different, so you're always relying on your partner to help you progress. It creates a sense of balance. You're not just working together, you're both the star of the show. The environments are imaginative, the gameplay is endlessly creative, and the story will have you laughing, arguing, and maybe even tearing up by the end. If you've got a co-op partner, It Takes Two is an absolute must-play. Now, from imaginative puzzles to mind-bending test chambers, let's talk about Portal 2. Valve's co-op mode for this iconic game is a masterstroke in design. You and your partner play as Atlas and Peabody, two quirky robots tasked with solving GLaDOS's devious puzzles. The brilliance lies in the dual portal system. With 4 portals to manage, every solution requires communication, coordination, and sometimes a bit of trial and error. The puzzles start simple, but they quickly ramp up in complexity, forcing you to think creatively as a team. One of the most rewarding aspects is the shared feeling of accomplishment when you finally crack a tough challenge. And then there's GLaDOS. Her snarky commentary and subtle digs at your failures make the experience even more entertaining. It's clever, funny, and the perfect game for anyone who loves testing the limits of their brain power with a friend. Speaking of chaos and coordination, let's move to something a little more intense. Left 4 Dead 2. Few games capture the thrill of surviving a zombie apocalypse as well as this one. The premise is simple: get from point A to point B while battling hordes of infected, but the execution is brilliant. Each campaign takes you to a new setting, whether it's navigating a flooded swamp, running through a carnival, or making a desperate dash across a collapsing bridge. What makes this game shine in co-op is the need for constant teamwork. Special infected like the smoker or the tank can easily take you out if you're not working together. The AI director ensures that no 2 runs are ever the same, dynamically adjusting enemy spawns and pacing to keep you on edge. It's frantic, chaotic, and wildly entertaining, especially when you're yelling at your friend for startling the witch. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about something a little more strategic: Divinity Original Sin 2. This game is the epitome of a modern RPG, offering unparalleled freedom and depth. You and up to 3 friends can create characters, explore a richly detailed world, and engage in tactical turn-based combat. What makes it stand out in co-op is how it balances collaboration and independence. You might be working together to take down a group of enemies, only to have one teammate sneak off and start looting a nearby shop. The game's origin system adds even more layers, as each character has their own backstory and personal quests. Sometimes your goals will align, but other times they might conflict, sparking heated debates or even battles. The world is full of moral dilemmas, secrets, and opportunities for creativity. Whether you're combining spells to set an entire battlefield ablaze or debating the best way to approach a quest, Divinity Original Sin 2 is a game that feels alive with possibilities. After exploring the depth of a tactical RPG, let's turn our attention to a cinematic adventure built entirely for 2 players: A Way Out. This game isn't just about gameplay, it's about telling a story together. You and a partner play as Vincent and Leo, 2 inmates who must work together to escape prison and navigate the challenges that follow. The beauty of A Way Out lies in how it splits the spotlight. While one player might be sneaking through a corridor, the other is distracting guards or piecing together an escape plan. The split-screen presentation keeps both players connected, even during solo moments, creating a sense of shared experience. From sneaky prison escapes to adrenaline-pumping car chases, every sequence feels crafted to keep both players engaged. And then there's the emotional punch of the story. The relationship between Vincent and Leo evolves in unexpected ways, leading to a finale that will have you talking long after the credits roll. If you're looking for a game that blends narrative and co-op gameplay seamlessly, this one's a must. Next, we venture into sun-soaked chaos with Dead Island 2. This long-awaited sequel may have been stuck in development limbo, but it delivers what matters most: a co-op experience that's pure, unfiltered zombie-smashing fun. Set in a gore-filled version of Los Angeles, cheekily called Hell A, this game lets you and your friends unleash carnage with over-the-top weapons and ridiculous abilities. What makes it click in co-op is the sheer variety. Each character has unique skills, so teamwork is more than just killing zombies. It's about complementing each other's playstyles. One of you might go for brute force with a sledgehammer, while another lights up the undead with electrified claws. And let's not forget the game's skill card system, which lets you tweak your character's abilities to suit the moment. The humor is the icing on the cake. Whether you're encountering quirky NPCs or laughing at the sheer absurdity of your own zombie-slaying antics, the game doesn't take itself too seriously. It's all about jumping in, letting loose, and enjoying some bloody good fun. From zombie-filled streets, let's dive into the battlefield with Gears of War 2. This game is a co-op powerhouse built to immerse players in relentless action and emotional storytelling. The campaign follows Marcus Phoenix and Delta Squad as they continue their fight against the Locust Horde, and the stakes have never been higher. What makes Gears of War 2 shine in co-op is its split path design. Frequently, players are forced to tackle separate objectives, fostering a sense of reliance on one another. For example, one player might be sniping enemies from above, while the other holds the line on the ground. It's intense, exhilarating, and perfectly paced. The set pieces are unforgettable, from navigating the insides of a gargantuan riftworm to piloting a brumac in a destructive rampage. But the game isn't just about bombastic action. It also delves into deeply emotional territory, especially in Dom's heartbreaking quest to find his wife. It's a roller coaster of highs and lows, and it's best experienced with a trusted co-op partner. Now, let's swap out gritty warfare for something pulpy and fun: Strange Brigade. If you're a fan of 1930s adventure serials, this game will be right up your alley. It's a campy, action-packed co-op shooter that throws you and your friends into tombs filled with traps, treasures, and supernatural foes. The beauty of Strange Brigade is in its variety. While the combat is fast-paced and satisfying, featuring mummies, skeletons, and other mythical baddies, you'll also find yourself solving puzzles and exploring branching paths for hidden loot. Working together to trigger switches or outmaneuver deadly traps adds a layer of strategy beyond the typical run-and-gun gameplay. The game's tone is delightfully over the top, with a narrator who adds comedic commentary to every situation. Whether you're blasting through hordes of enemies or laughing at your own missteps, Strange Brigade is pure, lighthearted fun that's best enjoyed with friends. And speaking of legendary co-op experiences, we can't forget Halo: The Master Chief Collection. Few series are as iconic as Halo, and this collection brings together the best campaigns the franchise has to offer. Whether you're revisiting the classic story of Halo Combat Evolved or defending humanity's last stronghold in Halo Reach, these campaigns are made for co-op. What makes Halo so special in co-op is the scale of its battles. The wide-open maps, reactive enemies, and diverse mission objectives create a perfect sandbox for teamwork. Driving a warthog with your partner riding shotgun, coordinating attacks on Covenant strongholds, or surviving the Flood together. It's all endlessly rewarding. The collection also benefits from updated visuals and performance, making these campaigns more engaging than ever. Whether you're reliving nostalgic moments or experiencing them for the first time, the Master Chief Collection is the definitive way to enjoy one of gaming's greatest co-op legacies. From the iconic battlefields of Halo, let's step into the grim and gritty world of Vermintide 2. If you've ever wanted to wield a sword, swing a hammer, or unleash devastating magic while fighting waves of enemies, this Warhammer-inspired co-op game is a perfect choice. It thrusts you and up to 3 friends into a desperate fight for survival against the Skaven, Ratmen, and Chaos hordes. The combat in Vermintide 2 is where it truly shines. While ranged weapons are an option, the real thrill comes from its visceral melee system. Each swing of your weapon feels weighty and satisfying, whether you're cleaving through a pack of Ratmen with a greatsword or smashing a Chaos warrior with a warhammer. The game's 5 heroes, each with multiple career paths, offer unique playstyles, adding depth and variety to your team's dynamics. Replayability is a cornerstone of Vermintide 2. Missions are randomized, with shifting enemy spawns, loot drops, and objectives keeping each run fresh. And for those who crave a challenge, the game's higher difficulty levels introduce punishing modifiers that test your coordination and skill as a team. Teamwork is essential. You'll need to revive fallen teammates, coordinate attacks during massive hordes, and carefully manage resources like healing potions. Surviving a grueling mission on the hardest difficulty is one of the most satisfying co-op experiences out there, and one that will have you cheering alongside your friends. After the intensity of rat slaying, let's relax, just a little, with Streets of Rage 4. This stunning revival of the beat-em-up genre brings together retro nostalgia and modern polish in a way that feels fresh yet familiar. Its hand-drawn art, catchy soundtrack, and simple yet deep combat make it perfect for co-op play. In Streets of Rage 4, up to 4 players can team up to take down waves of enemies in beautifully designed environments. Each character has their own distinct style, from Axel's powerful strikes to Blaze's elegant combos, giving everyone a chance to find their favorite fighter. The game's mechanics allow for plenty of variety, including juggling enemies with teammates or unleashing devastating super moves at the perfect moment. The environments are vibrant and dynamic, ranging from neon-soaked cityscapes to underground fight clubs. The soundtrack is a standout, blending modern beats with the iconic vibe of the original series. Whether you're tossing bad guys into each other or competing for the highest score, the game's pacing and action keep you hooked from start to finish. Adding to the fun is the ability to unlock retro characters and stages, blending pixelated nostalgia with the game's modern aesthetic. It's a perfect pick-up-and-play co-op experience that's as satisfying for longtime fans as it is for newcomers. From punching thugs in the streets, we shift gears to the tactical missions of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2's Spec Ops mode. This co-op mode offers a series of intense, bite-sized missions designed to challenge your skills and coordination with a partner. The variety in Spec Ops is remarkable. One mission might see you silently infiltrating an enemy compound, while another throws you into an all-out firefight. One of the most memorable missions involves one player piloting an AC-130 gunship, providing aerial support, while the other navigates dangerous terrain on the ground. The dynamic keeps each mission fresh and exciting. As you progress, the difficulty ramps up significantly. The later missions are not only more complex, but require razor-sharp communication and precision to succeed. Going for 3-star ratings adds a layer of replayability, encouraging you and your partner to refine your strategies and aim for perfection. It's a mode that distills everything great about Call of Duty's gameplay into compact, cooperative experiences. Whether you're looking to test your skills or just blow off steam with a friend, Spec Ops is a fantastic addition to an already legendary game. Let's lighten the mood a bit with Lara Croft and the Guardian of Light, an action-adventure game that reimagines the Tomb Raider series for co-op play. This top-down game pairs Lara with Totek, a Mayan warrior, as they navigate tombs filled with traps, puzzles, and enemies. What makes this game so engaging is its emphasis on teamwork. Lara and Totek have distinct abilities that complement each other. Lara can use her grappling hook to swing across gaps or pull Totek to higher ledges, while Totek can throw spears that Lara can use as makeshift platforms. These mechanics force players to communicate and strategize to solve puzzles and progress through the environment. Combat is fast-paced and satisfying with a mix of ranged and melee attacks. Players can upgrade their weapons and abilities, adding layers of customization to suit different playstyles. The puzzles, while not overly complex, are cleverly designed and often require both players to execute actions simultaneously, keeping both players actively engaged. The game's pacing is perfect. offering a blend of action, exploration, and problem solving that never feels repetitive. It's a refreshing co-op experience that combines the spirit of adventure with the joy of working together. Let's step into the loot-filled chaos of Borderlands 2. This game is a co-op dream, built on the foundation of wild gunplay, quirky characters, and an endless supply of loot. The planet of Pandora is your playground, and the game encourages you and up to 3 friends to explore, shoot, and loot your way through its vibrant world. Each of the 4 Vault Hunters has unique skills and abilities that add depth to the co-op experience. Whether you're deploying turrets as Axton, sniping enemies from a distance as Zero, or going full Berserker mode as Salvador, the synergy between characters is where the magic happens. The loot system is a highlight, offering a seemingly endless variety of weapons, shields, and gear. The thrill of discovering a powerful legendary weapon is even sweeter when you're sharing the moment with friends. And if you're feeling competitive, trading or stealing loot can lead to some hilarious interactions. What ties it all together is the game's humor and personality. From Claptrap's antics to Handsome Jack's villainous charisma, Borderlands 2 keeps you entertained with its witty dialogue and absurd scenarios. It's chaotic, hilarious, and an absolute blast to play with friends. Let's keep the momentum going with another game that brilliantly integrates co-op into its stealthy DNA, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Known for its groundbreaking single-player stealth, this game's co-op campaign is just as compelling, offering original missions crafted specifically for 2 players. In Chaos Theory, you and a partner step into the boots of third-echelon agents tasked with high-stakes covert operations. The missions are filled with opportunities for teamwork, from synchronized takedowns to unique co-op maneuvers like boosting each other over walls or rappelling down a building. The emphasis on strategy and precision makes every successful mission feel incredibly rewarding. The open-ended level design allows for multiple approaches, whether you prefer to sneak past enemies undetected or eliminate them one by one. Communication is crucial, especially when coordinating moves or deciding how to tackle a particularly tricky scenario. There's a real sense of accomplishment when you and your partner pull off a flawless operation. The game's stealth mechanics, combined with its co-op-focused missions, create a tense yet thrilling experience. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory proves that stealth doesn't have to be a solo affair. It can be a shared adventure where trust and coordination are paramount. From the shadows of espionage, we jump into the colorful chaos of The Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures. This unique entry in the Zelda series transforms the traditional single-player journey into a multiplayer extravaganza where you and up to 3 friends control different colored links. Cooperation is key as you solve puzzles, defeat enemies, and navigate dungeons together. However, the competitive element adds a delightful twist. At the end of each stage, players are ranked based on how many rupees they've collected. This dynamic encourages playful sabotage, as you might work together one moment only to snatch a chest of rupees from your friends the next. The game's use of Game Boy Advances as controllers, when playing multiplayer on the GameCube, adds a unique layer to the gameplay. Certain areas, like caves and buildings, shift the perspective to the GBA screen, allowing for moments of private exploration and secret strategizing. It's a clever design choice that deepens the cooperative and competitive interplay. With its inventive puzzles, vibrant visuals, and blend of teamwork and rivalry, Four Swords Adventures offers a Zelda experience unlike any other. A chaotic yet incredibly fun adventure, best enjoyed with a group. Now let's dial up the nostalgia with Zombies Ate My Neighbors, a retro classic that delivers campy fun and frantic co-op gameplay. In this top-down action game, you and a friend play as kids trying to save your neighbors from a ridiculous assortment of monsters, including zombies, werewolves, vampires, and even giant babies. The gameplay is simple, but addictively chaotic. Armed with an arsenal of quirky weapons like squirt guns, weed whackers, and soda can grenades, you'll navigate maze-like levels, rescuing neighbors while fending off hordes of enemies. The variety of monsters keeps each level feeling fresh, and the escalating difficulty ensures you're always on your toes. Co-op is where the game truly shines. With 2 players, you can cover more ground, strategize on the fly, and laugh at the sheer absurdity of the situations you find yourselves in. The game's fast pace and high stakes, if you fail to save your neighbors, like they're gone for good, create a thrilling sense of urgency. Packed with charm, humor, and creative level design, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a co-op experience that stands the test of time. It's retro gaming at its finest, offering a perfect blend of challenge and hilarity. From retro chaos, we shift to futuristic battles in Lost Planet 2. This sci-fi shooter takes the massive monster encounters of its predecessor and cranks them up to 11, with co-op gameplay designed to showcase teamwork on an epic scale. The game's episodic structure puts players in a variety of scenarios, each more over the top than the last. One standout mission has you operating a giant cannon on a moving train, with each player taking on a specific role to ensure the weapon fires successfully. Another unforgettable moment involves battling a colossal desert creature, requiring players to climb its massive body to attack weak points. Customization is a major draw. Players can outfit their characters with a range of weapons, tools, and abilities, tailoring their loadouts to complement their team's strategy. The inclusion of mechs, known as vital suits, adds another layer of depth, as piloting these powerful machines can turn the tide of battle. While Lost Planet 2 can be challenging solo, its co-op design truly shines when shared with friends. The sheer scale of the battles and the need for coordination make every victory feel like an achievement, cementing its place as a standout in the genre. Finally, let's end the main list with a lighter, more playful option, Lego City Undercover. This open-world adventure is often described as GTA for kids, but its humor, creativity, and charm make it a joy for players of all ages. You and a partner play as Chase McCain, an undercover cop navigating a sprawling Lego city filled with missions, secrets, and plenty of opportunities for mischief. The co-op mode allows both players to explore the world together, solving puzzles, chasing criminals, and collecting an absurd number of Lego studs. The gameplay is accessible and varied, with missions ranging from high-speed car chases to clever platforming challenges. The city itself is a delight to explore, packed with hidden collectibles, goofy side quests, and nods to pop culture. The game's humor shines through in its dialogue and over-the-top scenarios, making it a lighthearted co-op romp. Whether you're smashing everything in sight, building new creations, or simply goofing around in the Lego city, this game offers a laid-back and thoroughly entertaining co-op experience that's perfect for casual gaming sessions. Let's not forget a few honorable mentions. Evil West, a gritty, linear action game that pairs brutal combat with satisfying co-op mechanics. Shredder's Revenge, a love letter to classic TMNT arcade games. This beat-em-up lets up to 6 players team up for chaotic, nostalgic fun. Far Cry 5 and 6. These open-world adventures are playgrounds for co-op chaos with sprawling maps and plenty of opportunities for creative destruction. And that wraps up our deep dive into some of the best co-op campaigns ever made. Which of these games is your go-to for teaming up with friends? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gaming adventures. Until next time, happy gaming.